Hey, I'm Rob from JTRpodcast.com, and this is Kolejka, a game about queuing for things in the Poland during the end of the communist era. So there's a board in the middle of the table, as there is in most games, and there is a store, different stores, all around the board, and you're going to take turns putting a meeple of your colour into any one of the queues to queue for the goods at that store. Now, we don't know what goods are in there yet, that hasn't happened. But that is the first phase of a round, is queuing up. So you're just going to take turns in player order, placing your meeples. Phase 2 is merchandise delivery. So you take the top 3 cards of the delivery deck, that is the cards in the middle of the table, and you put them face up on their relevant store. So they are ordered by colour. Each colour represents a different type of good. So there's like a furniture type shop, there's a food shop, etc, etc. And then on each of those delivery cards there is a number, and that's how many of those goods are going to be transported to those stores. So it might just be one store is getting a lot, it could be that a couple of stores are getting a few things of each, but basically you don't know what's going to be delivered in a round. But at least one store is going to get full of goods, so that is nice. And then the next phase is queue jumping. Everybody's going to take turns playing these cards. These cards have different abilities, like they let you move your pawn, they let you close stores, they let you queue jump, turn the queue around so the back is now the front, all different things like that. And players are going to keep going until everyone has passed. You've got 3 cards in your hand, so you can play at least 3 cards each. And then once everyone's passed, you go to phase 4, which is opening of the stores. And that's basically you just give out the goods to the people at the front of the queue. So if you're at the front of the queue, you take your meeple and you take one good from that store, if that store has any goods at all, because obviously they might have not had a delivery. At the top of the board there, the top right, there is an outdoor market, which is a different kind of place you can queue at, because it allows you to trade in some of your cards. So you could trade in 1 for 1 if it's on the type of good where the market trader is. So you could trade up any one good for 1 good of that type. If you want any of the other goods, it's going to cost you 2 for 1. There is also queue off to the right where you can get some vodka, and vodka is a wild card. And then you do a little clean up, so you get rid of all the cards in the middle, you open any stores that were closed, each player draws up to 3 cards in their deck, and the next player clockwise takes the sort of first player marker, and you're good to go. And everyone has a shopping list. We're trying to get so many of different types of goods. So maybe you need 4 purple goods, maybe 3 pink, 2 green and 1 orange or something like that. And once you've got all the goods on your shopping list, if you do it first, then you win. If 2 people do it at the same time, whoever's got the most extra items is the winner, and if it's still the same, then they end in draw. So if you look at the Wikipedia entry for Kolejka, it says, it was launched February 2011 by Poland's Institute of National Remembrance. It was designed to teach young generations about the hardships under communism from 1945 to 1989, particularly the difficulty in acquiring consumer goods in the shortage economy. The game has been described as inspired by Monopoly. I don't think they should put that. I think they should leave that bit out. But yeah, as a theme, it works really, really well. You can see that you're queuing for these goods, you're queuing for ages, you've got people at the back of the queue and they're never going to get anything because for a start, the shop was empty and then the shop was closed when they did get a delivery, so you weren't able to get anything, and then somebody cuts in front of you and you can just imagine this frustrated person at the back just wants toilet roll. That's all they want. They just want some toilet roll, but they can't get any because they can't get to the front of the queue when the shop's open. So as a theme, it's really, really good. The components are nice. The board's got a really nice look to it, actually. I really like the way the board's laid out and the different, all the different trucks. They look nice. The artwork's good. The cards are a bit weird. Check out those faces. Those are some weird cards. But as a game, it's awful. Because I understand the theme. That's why I've separated the theme out from the mechanisms and the gameplays, because the theme is really good. But I don't want to play my turn. I don't want to play 3 cards to manipulate the game to get a meeple to the front of the queue, only for somebody to spin the queue around and put them at the back, or to close the shop. And it's just so frustrating. I couldn't get anything I wanted. One of the worst things as well is you shuffle your deck, and everybody's got the same cards, and you shuffle your deck and you take 4 cards out of the game, and you put them in a little discard pile, so everybody's playing with a bit of a different deck each round, even though everybody starts with the same cards. Everybody's going to lose 4 different cards. Now 2 of us happen to discard the card, the one that spins the queue around, which is insanely powerful because you can just work somebody to the back of the queue and then go ha and spin the queue around, and then they're at the front and they're going to get something. I didn't have that card all game. And it was really frustrating. So I was just playing cards. I was like, okay, I'll put my meeple second in this queue, and then I'll move him up one so he's first. There's only one good in that shop. Oh, that shop's shut. Okay, so he's not going to get anything. Alright, well, next round he's at the front of the queue. There's still a good in that shop, so if somebody doesn't close it next round, it's going to, oh, they've spun the queue around, I'm not getting anything. And it was just boring. It was so dull. I gave up because I didn't want to put the effort in to try and get people to the front of the queue, to try and get these goods to win the game, only to just have somebody play a card and completely screw me over. And it was boring. It's not even screwing you over in a fun way. Sometimes you could play a game where you're getting screwed over but you're having fun, and this, it was just frustrating and dull, and I hated it. I really did hate it. Theme-wise though, it's great. That's Kolejka. Remember to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter at JTR Podcast, to find the blog and podcast at jtrpodcast.com. I've been Rob, aka Jesta ThaRogue, and I'll see you soon.